coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. Y'all know I appreciate the love, I appreciate the support. Man, today is an honor and a pleasure to interview my guy, man, Lil B. He from Atlanta, Georgia. My man went in prison at 13 years old. You heard me? I say 13 years old. He came out in his 40s. He got a story to tell, man. I'm gonna need y'all to listen to him. I'm gonna need y'all to understand, to go follow him, get behind whatever he's doing. Because like I say, man, every lesson there's a blessing, man. And I'm sure he blessed somebody with the information that he have. So ladies and gentlemen, we got Lil B, man.
Yeah, man. What's up, my brother?
Man, I can't complain. What's happening, champ?
Happy I'm on this side. Like I'm
Hey,
on this side. I'm happy, you know.
hey, listen, I see that big old smile, man. That's how when I got out, man, everybody kept saying, man, you did all that time, man. Why you be smiling all the time? I said, because I ain't in there no more. Yeah.
Okay. I ain't mad at nothing. I'm happy, bro. Like peaceful. I'm out here. Ain't nobody telling me what to do. You know what I'm saying? You know the laws is what the laws are. But ain't nobody telling me, oh, you can't get up and go get nothing to eat. You can't
Right.
get up and go to the store. You know what I'm saying? You can't step outside and smoke if you want to. Ain't nobody tell me that all that's done by me now. You know what I'm saying? I
You know,
growed up in prison, so it means a lot to me.
absolutely, absolutely, man. So you was born and raised in Georgia.
Yeah, in Atlanta, Georgia, in a little neighborhood called the Bluff, you know.
Yeah, I heard that. That's a famous neighborhood, ain't it?
Oh yeah, it's famous for more ways than one. You know
I know
what I'm saying?
that's right. I know that's
Mm.
right, man. So people just hearing this, man, who may not know your story, in their mind, they saying to themselves, how can somebody get locked up at 13, let alone get locked up at 13 and go to prison and don't get out until they 40? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So they're gonna want to know that. So whatever you want to try to explain to them how this came about, and then we'll get into what
Yeah.
went on while you was in there. But coincidentally, I need to, I'm gonna make a link too between you and my little homeboy I got down here. You probably could pull him up online. His name is
Okay.
Travion Blunt. I was locked up with him. I actually was in reentry when we was coming home. I was with him, and
Mhm.
he's still one of my good friends today. He got
Mhm.
the most time in the United States as a
Wow.
juvenile. He got 6 life sentences at 15 years old.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? But the people got behind him, you know what I'm saying? And he ended up doing 15,
Yeah.
and he out there, he doing boss good.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, the same gonna happen for you.
Yeah. That feeling got to feel good. Well, I'm telling
It
you.
does, man. I think
Yeah.
I need to get both of y'all on a jump together. So we'll work on that too, man.
Mhm.
I can get both of y'all on there, man, and y'all can
Mhm.
just because going in at a young age, I went in at 19. So I can
Yeah.
imagine 13 or 15. You see what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah,
It
man.
was a see like it was a situation like I was 13 and nobody hadn't told me about the changing of the law. I didn't know that they had passed a law called the Senate Bill 440, where they try juveniles as an adult for certain crimes or whatnot. And during this time, I ended up getting arrested. I got arrested with two other people. One of them was my brother, and another one was another local drug dealer out the hood or whatnot. And I'm the child on the case though, and a whole bunch of crackheads as witnesses or whatever. So it was a hood crucifixion in the making, you know. So the laws is what the laws is. So if somebody come to you and the red dogs pull up, somebody throw the dope on the ground, I can pick it up, go to juvenile. I be out in 3 days. You know, they can't do. I don't have to get bonded out or nothing like that. So, but when they changed this law, and now I'm charged with murder with these adults, now they went to saying we gonna try him as an adult, give him a life sentence and all that. I didn't know anything about it. I thought it was a game at first. Like I'm gonna go do a couple of months or something and then get back out. But then when I went to court and I seen my face plastered on the news like 13-year-old kill man in front of his two children. Now ain't nobody saying nothing about who I'm arrested with and nothing. It's just all on me. I didn't understand it at the time, but now I get it. I'm poor. I'm from the hood. My mama smoked crack. My dad is a misfit. I mean, my dad ain't around nowhere. I'm raised by the junkies and the drug dealers in the neighborhood. I'm a ward of the state defect supposed to have custody of them, but somehow I done found my way back to my mama and she got custody of me. You know what I'm saying? So it was in the making, and then they had done said, during this time, it was a man called De Blasio or something. Him and Hillary Clinton had got behind each other and say we was a super predator. This generation of children coming up now are super predators, and they put it on the news and it took off every day for like 12 months until I went up to trial. Went to trial. I went to trial in 11 months every day of the week, every month, it was an article in the newspaper about me, and it was derogatory. It wasn't nothing supporting me. Everybody will vilify me, you know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody asking me, Lil B, did you do it? Lil B, what happened? Or none of that. Everybody just saying this is a bad child, this is a man child, this is a thug. Even the people that I'm on the case with, my brother didn't say it, but he said something in the newspaper, you know. But the person that's supposed to be my co-defendant, you know, he Lil B bad, Lil B will shoot somebody, Lil B will do this, and that. You doing this on the national stage, and these people just trying to play me out my life. You know what I'm saying? I never made a statement of that. So when I finally do go through trial, some I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the trial proceeding. I couldn't even tell you the three branches of government at the time. So let alone how to put together a strategic trial proceeding or what's supposed to happen or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up getting crucified by it. They gave me a life sentence. I'm the only one to get the life sentence. Everybody else went home. I went down the road at 13. I didn't go to no YDC, no RYDC. I went straight to adult prison. They had a dorm for us, but we actually did everything with the adults. You know, we went to school with the adults. We ate with the adults. When we locked down in the hole, we might not be roommates with them, but we'll be on the same range with them. So it's nothing separating us. So everything they doing, we doing. You know what I'm saying? They telling us what to do and what not to do. You know, and so I growed up like that throughout my whole teens, 20s, 30s, all the way up to I was 40, man. And I'm just not making it out.
Man, that's crazy right there in itself. So you mean to tell me that your co-defendants
Mhm.
home after your trial, nobody else went to prison?
No, I'm the only one that went to prison on this case. Now, mind you, it was like all the people that I've been raised around. You got to try to put this in perspective. You know what I'm saying? All the people that I was raised around was the very people that was making statements and getting on the stand on me. So I was kind of conflicted in it because I'm not really understanding because I done seen people in my neighborhood get killed right here in front of everybody. Nobody ain't got nothing to say about that. Nobody ain't made no statement. That's the code. You won't never say nothing or whatever. But for some reason, this situation right here, people had cases over their head. Or someone with confidential informants for the police for years that we hadn't even known about. You know what I'm saying? If I would have never went down on this case, we would have never found out a couple of guys that hang around us every day, been confidential informants for 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? All of that came out, and I ain't even understand none of it, bro. Like, I ain't understand none of it. I had to become somebody that I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I had to, if I wasn't violent, I had to go in the environment and match the energy that's in the environment. You know what I'm saying? And ain't none of these folk came with me. They just sent me on my way.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
definitely understand that. We're gonna get into that how
Mhm.
because I know, like I say, I went in at 19, so I understand that part, right? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
People all the time, man. This is just a violent environment, man, and you gonna have
Mhm.
to be with it or you gonna get ate up by
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
But I'm still tripping on the part that, like I say, do you think now in retrospect, looking back, do you think in your mind, like you say, people was known not to talk out here because that's not what you do? Do you
Mhm.
think in your mind, being that you didn't know that they was changing that law to that they charging people, because usually like they throw it on the kid because he get a smack on the wrist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that helped the other dudes be able to
Mhm.
get away and they probably throw you something, I got you.
Exactly. You know the game.
Do you think that they and their mind was like testifying to get the weight off of other people to say, well, you know, they ain't gonna really do nothing to Lil B. They can't do nothing to Lil B. Do you think that they was like ignorant enough to think too that you was just gonna come home? Because if not, it's like y'all really like throwing a kid, you know what I'm saying, to the system, you know what I'm saying, that might not never
Mm.
get out.
Yeah. Well, to answer your question, regardless of the situation, I never made a statement and implemented or implicated nobody else. Right now, everybody knew that they was trying me as an adult, gonna try to give me a life sentence. But these people had 30-year prison sentence over their head. Now, this you got to remember, this during the time where they was tough on crime. This the tough on crime era. So a $10 bag of crack will get you 10 years, you know what I'm saying? And then the neighborhood that I'm from is infested with heroin. So it's a heroin trap over there. So you they 30, 40 years that you looking for federal, you know what I'm saying? You know, and so they had them sentences over their head, and you got a child right here, regardless of what you got going on, ain't nobody finna go to prison and say I can send Lil B. Well, I'm before if I don't, yeah, I can send Lil B, or do I go do 30 years myself? Of course they gonna send Lil B. You know what I'm saying? Who is Lil B? Lil B from the street. And mama smoked dope. You know, he broke. What the hell he gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's cold blooded though, man. That's cold blooded. I'm gonna go ahead on and ask this before we get into, you know what I'm saying, the prison experience. But
Yes.
I'm just asking this because I'm thinking that people on the street might be curious because I'm curious myself. So, like your brother or anybody who ever like that was with that and testified against your stuff, have you seen them? Have you had conversations with them, or do you have any type of, you know what I'm saying, correspondence with these people, including your brother?
Yeah. Well, like I choose not to deal. People done said things to me, like spoke to me on social media or called my phone or whatever. People that done help put me down. But you got to understand, my brother, I seen him, but I ain't say nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? I rolled past him, I ain't say anything to him. He got two he got two kids by a female that got on the stand and testified against me. This happened after I done went down already. I had done been in prison for like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And then they have some kids. But I ain't mad about it or nothing. I just choose not to deal because, what's done is done. I can't cry over what that happened. You know what I'm saying? God got my life on the trajectory. So I'm gonna stay on the path. If I'm wasting my time being mad at them or whatnot, then I ain't gonna get nowhere in life. But yeah, they done tried to speak to me. I just don't want to deal. I can't like
I, hey, man,
yeah.
hey, and I commend you, bro, because I understand too.
Mm,
Because it's like to me is almost a similar situation. Like one of the dudes that got on the stand with me. Like when I get out, I see this Bama, right? I just choose
mm,
not to say nothing to him. I didn't even know how I would respond. I seen him, but
mm,
oh, the blessing that I got from being out here after coming through all of that I came through,
yeah,
and I know he not even worth my energy. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
And the same thing, like he reached out to people trying to talk to me. I'm like, man, I ain't got no ill will against him, but I ain't got no words for him neither. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just stay over there.
Yep, and let me find my way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that's how I feel about it. But my brother didn't get on the stand on me. You know what I'm saying? See, with my brother, it's deeper than that because here I am. For one, when I was going through trial, when I first got arrested, they slid a newspaper up under my door. I idolized my brother. My brother was a hustler, bro. I look up to him like for real. And they slid a newspaper up under my door, and when they slid the newspaper, I read it, and it's an article, and it's a section in there where my brother was like, if Eric said B did it, then B did it. B bad, can't nobody tell B nothing. Then my brother, we came from the same womb. I idolize you, and to hear them words come out your mouth, it's not about who went down, who innocent, who guilty, or nothing. This my brother. I wouldn't have never in a million years been expecting to see that. You know what I'm saying? That hurt me more than anything, but I still forgave. I'm going to court. You know what I'm saying? The lady that becomes his baby mama, on the stand, you know, she made a statement when the police first, I guess when it first happened or whatever, she made a statement knowing she ain't even out there. She ain't even out there. She made a statement saying she seen something when she wasn't even out there. Everybody knows she wasn't out there. My brother still get on the stand and point at me all that, and then you still go have some kid with this lady after your brother that went down the road for a life sentence for the rest of his life. You know, not is you telling the lady to go tell the truth. Ain't none of that. Oh, we need to get my brother back in court. Wasn't none of that going on. So the situation with me not dealing with him different because now I got to try not to feel away about my nieces and nephew because he got two kids by that lady. These my nieces and nephew. I don't even deal with them because I feel like all of it was a collective, all of them together, you know what I'm saying, were part of my demise, bro. So I choose not to deal at all. But with my brother, that gonna take some real life uh counseling and all that. And I go to therapy for it, but right now I ain't at the point to where I'm willing to deal with him. I'm straight on that.
Yeah, man, and that's super duper understandable, man. And then, you know, man, I can tell already, bro. You know, your story is so powerful, man, and there's so many lessons in your story for the young
Yeah.
man because you young and you, like you say, you idolizing and looking at these people and looking up to them.
Yes.
And then, like I say, when you say they got confidential witnesses in
Mm.
hood that's been there for 10, 15 years, and we not knowing who we idolize, we not knowing who we looking up to, and then the
Yeah.
code that they instilling in us is not even a code that they live by.
Live by it. That
You
will
know
hurt the
what I'm
most.
saying? That's crazy. But that's what these youngins need to understand, man.
Mm.
Don't get caught up on what people are saying. You got to understand what they're doing. And
Mm.
I tell people all the time, misinformed people misinform people.
Inform people. Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? They misinform you, and here it is, you 13 years old. You the only one that don't make a statement. You the only one
Yep.
solid. Only reason you solid is because what's been instilled in you,
Instilled in me.
but it's
Exactly.
falsehood in them.
Exactly. That's what I be trying to tell them, bro. Like, even it wouldn't matter. Just say we play devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? Just say if I was guilty or whatever, if I'm a child and I'm raised in a community where all I see is drug dealing, all I see is violence, all this is the way of life. I don't see any doctors in the community. I don't see no lawyers or nothing, nobody inspiring to be the police or the fire department. These the people that the enemy in our community. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm seeing that every day and then I come of age and reenact those same things that I'm seeing in my environment, I'm a product of my environment. This is what raised me. Am I guilty or is the people that raised or the people that raised me guilty? If you would have showed me something different, I would have did something different. You know? But no, you showed me this environment and then you go out and act in this environment. Violence is a taught behavior. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody said this a 13-year-old child. He can't vote. He can't buy no pack of cigarettes. He can't go buy no gun from the store. If he did kill the man, where the hell he got the gun from? You
Fact.
know, I don't. Yeah, I ain't trying to cuss on the stream, but yeah, I don't.
Look,
Yeah,
express
but
yourself, man.
yeah, but if you didn't, if you're a child, if I can't go in the store and buy me a gun, then nobody say where he got it from. Not it. That wasn't in the newspaper now time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
See, and I know that. See, I understand that. So I'm glad you breaking it down to them like that because this is what I be trying to let them know. When they trying to get you, all other things don't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They trying to do what they trying to do. They not worried about all this other stuff. It's just like somebody could get on that stand and testify on you and say you did this, that, or the third, and
Mm-hmm.
their word is good. But yet
Yep.
that same person can get on and stand and say, "Oh, I ain't do this. What I'm charged for." When they say you a
Yeah.
known liar, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But it's the same
Exactly.
person.
It's
But
the
when it's
same person.
right, when it's for the state, their word is silent. When it's for to save their self, man, your word ain't no good. You're a convicted felon and a known liar.
Exactly. I don't believe you.
Man, it's
Yeah.
the system, man. Is That's why I tell people, man, the best thing you could do, man, is to distance yourself away from all people and all things that may put you in
Mm-hmm.
these positions. If you ain't around nobody to see nothing, to see them do nothing, then you ain't in position to tell nothing or be involved with nothing. You
Yeah,
understand?
exactly.
That's
Exactly.
the best armor is distance from
Fits.
anything. You know what I'm saying? Just distance yourself away from it. So what you doing, like with your brother or whatever, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you when or if it's ever gonna be a time for y'all to reconcile. That's all.
Exactly.
And if you choose,
Exactly.
it ain't none, you still in the right. Can't
Yeah.
nobody judge you for that. You
Exactly. I sat down and dealt with it for 27 years. You know what I'm saying? I sat down in prison and thought about this for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I wallowed in that hurt and that and felt with that. But I know, like you say, distance is everything. That's why I came on a whole nother side of the country, man. Let me go over here. Let me get myself together. You know what I'm saying? Where I can wake up and really take this in. Cause a lot of people don't understand the appreciation that I really have for being free. You know what I'm saying? So many times I done sat in that cell, like, why me? You know what I'm saying? I ain't even started living yet. It remind me of a little video that I be seeing going around on social media where a little boy, he was asleep and somebody throw some water on him. The little boy say, I wasn't even five. He say, I wasn't even five or something like that. He was like, I wasn't even five. I'm dead. He thought he was dead. That reminded me of me. I felt that, but not dreaming like, you know what I'm saying? That was my life. Like, dang, I ain't even live yet. And here I am in here for the rest of my life. And my mind is like agreeing with the fact that I'm in here for the rest of my life because I'm seeing people that been locked up since I was born. And I done caught up with them and they still doing time with the same amount of time that I got. You know, so I felt that I sat down in that cell and I felt that every single day I dealt with why they do me like that. I dealt with how can you tell me to be silent and then turn around and see me post some on social media and like a post or something like that, but you the same person that just slapped me down. So you right, can't nobody tell me how to feel or when I'm ready to feel differently about this situation because I sat there and had to deal with it all that time. So wait on me too. You feel me?
yeah.
Yeah. Wait on me too.
Ain't no question for
Mm.
however long it take. It might take 20 something years. You dig what
It-
I'm saying? Like it took me to deal with all the stuff that I had to deal with. And see, that's what I say too. Can't nobody, man, do you wrong, man, and then you know what I'm saying, tell
mhm.
when you supposed to forgive them. Man, what are you talking about? That don't even
Yeah, bro.
do me wrong, and
Mm.
then telling me when I supposed to forgive you or to get over it. Man, some
Yeah.
is, you know what I'm saying, and that prison experience, man, I be telling people all the time, bro, that's not nothing that you gonna ever get over. That's something that you're gonna be dealing with for the rest of your life because
Yes.
the world up in that joint, man, and the way
Yes, it is.
you know what I'm saying.
And it's scary, bro. And it's scary. Cause like when I think back on it now, and look at my life in hindsight, I went through prison scared. I went in at 13, and when people be saying, "Oh, I went in there, I was ready to squabble, I was ready to do this and that," my mind went nowhere like that. I was
Hold up, hold
scared.
up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I gotta correct you on that because I done told people on the joke. They say that, but you and I know that's not true. Bro, you
Yeah,
cannot go in an environment like prison, especially if you've never been there before. I don't care if
exactly.
you're 15, 20, 30, 40. You cannot go in an environment like that and say you ain't
Yes,
scared. If you say you ain't
yes,
scared, you lying, dog.
yeah. I was scared, bro. I was
Likewise,
scared.
likewise,
Yeah.
you do.
So, and then all the things that you already done heard about prison. For one, they rape people, people dying in prison, the police jump on you and all that. I'm not trying to live like that. So my mind, I'm in there scared. People looking at me, I'm shaking. I don't know if it's from me coming to prison in December and it cold outside, or I'm shaking because I'm getting out there bus and I'm nervous and they got me standing out here on these footprints and screaming and hollering and regular inmates, grown men walking by looking at me. You know what I'm saying? I go in the dormitory. These people locked up for murder, rape, kidnapping, and all everything too. I'm scared of them too. And that I went through prison like that from 1997 till around 20 to around '03. You know what I'm saying? That when I kind of like found my little groove a little bit around about '03. But other than that, I went through scared, bro, all the way through all the things that I did where people was like, oh, Lil B a fight. Lil B, I ain't had no choice. I was fighting people what they didn't understand. I was doing the things to them, the violence that I was doing to them to go to the hole. I found out that was my cheat code. I found out when I'm in the hole, ain't nobody in there but me. I'm the only person in here. Can't nobody do nothing to me. I can sleep peacefully in here. I'm eating so good. Go to visitation every weekend. I can live in the hole, but I ain't signing up on no PC or nothing like that. So anytime I got to arguing with somebody, I'm going up top on them quick. I'm a swing. We can go to the hole, and I can live over here, and it's peaceful for me over here. And that alone started building me a reputation because people were like, "Oh, Lil B stay in the hole. Oh, Lil B gonna do something. He gonna fight. Of course I'm gonna do this." But they didn't know that I was doing it because I was just as much scared of them as they were scared of me, and that's why I would, you know what I'm saying, find my time in the hole, man. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.